On first down, it's Simon. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And Darnold, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 50. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Go now. 8, read. 54, 54. Clock screen. Ready?
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot. C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. It's Simon. He'll get 3 up to midfield. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run with their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Star Lotulelei coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And here come the Bills. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. Deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play here for Buffalo. 66 yards for him on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. T.J. Yeldon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's T.J. Yeldon able to finish it off with a rushing touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. Darren Lee there to get him down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Open man is Anderson, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 33 yards that time. Nothing conservative about that play call. You said earlier in the quarter you wanted to see them open things up, maybe take some shots downfield. There you go.
Yeah, that one was successful. But even if they're not successful, when you take those shots downfield, they've got to back off a little bit, loosen up a little bit on defense, and give you a little bit more room if you want to run the football.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Darnold. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air,
and he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I played them with a screen soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Croft. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Jenkins able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Twisting away. He gets him moving forward again with an 8-yard run, but they'll still be left with 14 yards to go on 3rd. Throwing on 3rd and long. Tatum. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
You draw Corker. Now.
Off-play action. Tatum. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw. Tatum. And that is incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And Anderson's got it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. TJ Yeldon working his way back out onto the field. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, team 6.
To throw on 3rd down, Tatum. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Off the play fake, Tatum. Escaping the pressure right. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Tatum. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, Tatum. And the grab by Croft. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Go set. 18 Gator. Hey, echo.
Check, 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 check.
Two.
Operating from the gun, Tatum. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Ricky. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Mark 54. Hey, pick your game up.
Now.
From the gun, Tatum. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Joseph is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. The Steelers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Cam Newton with a couple of touchdown passes there. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think
he's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. 61. Matchbox. White. Go.
Off play action. Tatum sliding out of the pocket. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Tyler Kroft. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2.
Hey, Delta.
Operating from the gun, Tatum. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Now Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Darnold now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Ed Oliver gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old.
Now a hit and a loose football. Look at the big man rumble. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
After reviewing the play,
the Bills come to the line to start their next drive. On first down, Tatum. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
On third down, Tatum. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
Defending an out route is awfully difficult because the best receivers try and sell an inside move before they break to the out, and you have to respect that as a defensive guy because if you let them, what they say, cross your face or get across you in the middle of the field, usually you're beating on a route, and that's an easier throw for the quarterback. So you ordinarily take a step over to make sure you seal that off. In this case, he was able to not only do that, but react back to the sideline and bat the ball down.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Simon. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. He's letting this one go for Fuller. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Darnold down to throw. Herndon's got it complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Darnold completes it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
To throw again on second down. Darnold. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So here are the Bills to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
They begin with a run by Yeldon. Fights forward for only about a yard after the 21. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Protein spill.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, Tatum. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now T.J. Yeldon. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Exit.
Back to throw. Tatum. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 40 yards. Here's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And our attention turns now to T.J. Yeldon. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run it again with Yeldon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Yeldon. And spins away. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. T.J. Yeldon with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Joseph on for the extra point. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken very short. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty.
Here we go.
Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field And, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Buffalo, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.